Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing today? Hello! Chat, how do you do? How do you do? Chat, on this fine day. On this pleasant afternoon. Clear skies? No lies. I got 39 diamonds today. What does that mean? You talking about Minecraft? It's raining. Well, have you tried dodging? Sky not clear. It's clear here, so that sounds like a skill issue. Did you enjoy ReZero Season 3 Episode 1? Oh, I didn't realize ReZero Season 3 was this season. I don't know if I'll watch it weekly or if I'll wait until it's out to watch it. Eep check? I actually had good Eep. I actually had pretty good Eep, honestly. I did not expect to have good Eep, but I had good Eep. First episode is 90 minutes long. Jesus Christ, okay. I'm probably gonna watch it then. Yesterday I got through another villainous, or two other villainous manhwas. One that was like 80 episodes and another that was 114 that I just finished this morning. Chat's saying concerned. It's fine. I'm fine. I promise. I promise I'm fine, chat. Say eep backwards. That's funny. Wait, the anime season is over. That means I can watch the deer anime. I've been very curious about it, honestly. I might watch that tonight. Since I'm not currently reading anything because I just finished the 114 one. It was called "The Villainous Wants a Divorce" or something like that. It had villainous and divorce in the title. However, it made me realize that there's a lot of villainous manhwas that don't have villainous in the title, but that do have divorce. Which means I actually have more things left to read than I thought. Which is great. It's great. It's amazing. It's perfect. I'm happy about that. Wait till you read regression manhwas. I mean, that's the next step, isn't it? There's some overlap between regression and villainous manhwa. So, yeah. What's the... Oh, right, there's a new imaginary theater. Ew, that's disgusting. Wait, what the fuck? What is that? Ew! I didn't realize it was that. Jesus Christ. Ew. Oh. Romance manhwa these days are all the same with like one thing that's different. Okay, but to be fair, the premise of villainous manhwas is actually interesting. Okay? Like it actually is. Anyways, I don't think I'll actually do Imaginary Theater today, because I wanna have time to do a bunch of stall. But I also want to record the Kinich Post-Release. Because I forgot to do it, and I only have 5 days left to the banner. So I have to record it today if I want to... If I want the editors to be able to edit it and post it before the banner's over. The Luna teaser is also out? Yeah, we'll probably do that. Not the crossword again? You bet we're doing the crossword again. You fucking know it. We'll do the crossword and the Sudoku again. Don't you worry about... Okay, we might not do the Sudoku. Sudoku's pushing it a little, I think. Although, honestly, maybe it'd be fun to do, like, puzzle Sudoku. Like, Sudoku that has special rules. I should fucking just go to Cracking the Cryptic and just do the fucking do the puzzle they do every day. Although I'm not as smart as them, so it would probably take a bit too long for stall. An easy Sudoku is a nice 5-minute stall. That's true. I could just do an easy Sudoku. Anyways, the mini crossword. Let's go. What very stands for in the mnemonic, my very educated mother. I'm assuming this is supposed to be planets, but I'm not sure because I've never heard that. But MVEM sounds like planets. Like some mobile game purchase. Surely this isn't gacha, right? No, it can't be gacha. Tube in a lab. Vial. Is Grace Energy Company with a... Is this Exxon? No, it can't be. Overly trusting? Naive? Underdog's victory? Upset? Went really fast? In-app purchases? Come up as a situation? Arise? Loved? Enron? And net? Yeah. Alright. This was a very easy mini. I'm not gonna say I did it particularly well, but this was an easy mini. For sure. Like pretty much all of them I could have ended up getting. What a chill start to the day. Alright, let's do the connections. Shut up. Ski, pant, prune, juice, punch, pot, milk, smite, sock, blouse, earbud, water, stick, soda, fertilize, bookend. Juice, soda, milk, water? It can't be that, right? There's no shot. What if it's punch instead of water? The goat. The goat. The goat. Okay. 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 Pot, fertilize, water. Prune. Prune. Yeah. Stick, pant, ski. Sock? Things you wear when you go skiing? Fuck. It was a good guess. It was a good guess, right? Hmm. So Canadian build. Shut up. It is true though. It is true. You are right. It literally says ski. Yeah, but you can like ski is both a verb and a noun. Right? Like you when you go skiing, you ski, but you also have skis on your feet, you know? Anyways. Um Pant, blouse, sock. Something else? I don't know what the last one would be though. Because you don't really wear any of the rest. Maybe it's earbud? No. Okay. Dude, what? Hmm. Okay, so it's probably not a connection like that. It's probably a connection that's like fucking I don't know, cheese stick, cheese something. Like it's something like that. How do you use pant in a sentence? I mean it could be the verb pant. Not really. Otherwise I'm gonna wear some pants. I'm gonna wear a pair of pants, a pair of socks, a pair of skis, a pair of earbuds. No! Fuck! Shit. No. Wait. Can it not? Fuck! But you can you can wear a pair of all of these. Fuck! Blouse instead of socks, but you don't wear a pair of blouses. And you do wear a pair of socks. Bookend? Yeah, but which one is it not? It could be bookends, because there's, like, they come in pairs. But, like, earbuds come in pairs, pants come in pairs, socks come in pairs, skis come in pairs. Like, have you ever heard of someone going skiing with one ski? Like, have you? That's a myth. That's not real. Isn't that skateboarding? Do you say a pair of earbuds? Yeah. You would, yeah. Okay. Well, what about the remaining ones? Stick, blouse, smite. What's the commonality between those? What's the connection? Sock, stick, smite are all to hit someone? I mean, sure, but blouse and bookend are not. So it would have to be 4, yeah. Bookhand is? Really? But what's the last one for the other one then? Because Bookhand was the only other one here that comes in pairs. So that doesn't work. Starts with the letter S? No, that's not a good connection. Remove pant, add bookend. Okay, but if I do this, what's the connection between these 4? Stick, pant, blouse, smite. Like, well, what is it? They're all in pairs? Are you an idiot? I know these are all in pairs. The problem is that all 5 of these come in pairs. And here, I know that this is one away because we just guessed it. You only buy 1 pant? Have you ever heard someone say, I'm going to buy 1 pant? In your life, have you ever heard that? Do you know how you refer to one item of clothing that is pants? You say 1 pair of pants. You can't say 1 pants. That's not you can't, that's not it. Chaska does? Okay, shut up. You know what I mean. But like the way you refer to an article of clothing that is pants is 1 pair of pants. It's not 1 pants, it's 1 pair of pants. Wait, did I not guess sock, pants, ski, stick earlier as things you wear when you go skiing? And it didn't tell me 1 away? Which means earbuds have to be it, right? Earbuds have to be selected here. But I guess that doesn't help me. Blouse, pants, stick, smite, or insects? Blouse, tick, might. You're actually right. Wait, are you a genius or not? You are a genius. What the fuck? There is no shot it's, bro. Okay, dude. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. Bookends come in pair. I know! Again, the issue we were having is that bookend, earbuds, skis, socks, and pants are things that you refer to as pairs of things. Okay? So we needed to figure it out by looking at the other connection of 4 and finding one that worked. Pants aren't a pair. How many times do I need to say this for you to not be an idiot? Yes, pants are pairs. Stop making me say the same thing again. Were you not here a minute ago when I already explained it? It would say pants, not pants. What? Pant on its own has to be the verb. Why? It would say pants, not pant, though? What makes you say that? You think connections would shy away from a word that has to be used in a sentence being used weirdly when it's a standalone in the connections itself? You think it's ever done that before? Anyway, sorry. Let me turn this up because it's a banger. Oh, it's so good. Pants aren't sold in any other form than a pair. Neither are bookends! Have you played Bastion and Transistor? Yeah. I've played both. I haven't finished Transistor, because it's not my kind of game. But the soundtrack is insanely good, so... Do you make any progress on the Transistor piano piece? A little. It's this one, but I mean, we can... We can see what the progress has been. The problem is that it's... Without the voice part, which I don't have the coordination to be able to... I don't have the coordination to be able to sing and play at the same time. And without the voice part, it doesn't sound nearly as good, especially in the parts after the beginning. And I don't know it by heart, so I'll have to pause to scroll down. But I know the start by heart, so... Then I gotta scroll down a little. annoying to keep having to scroll down, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I've learned all of it, but I still don't know it by heart, so I need to keep going back to my PC to scroll down, because I haven't printed it. If I print it, I'll be able to play it properly, but... Ugh. Do you use a full piano or just a keyboard? Just a keyboard. It's a keyboard I've had for a very long time, though. It was very high quality back when my dad bought it for me in, like, 2007 or some shit. So it still holds up to this day, but it's old. Since I don't know the original, I can appreciate it. I mean, it's this song. It's not originally a piano song, though, so it's... Yeah, it doesn't sound as good. Ugh. Whatever. I don't know if the... There might be some delay in the... Actually, there shouldn't be. I don't know. I mean, this is also insanely fun to sing. I'll give it a rendition as well. I can't sing and play at the same time, though. Seconds march into the past. The moments pass. And just like that, they're gone. The river always finds the sea so helplessly, like you find me. We are paper boats floating on a stream, and it would seem we'll never be apart. I will always find you, like it's written in the stars. You can run, but you can't hide. Try, like the moon that makes the tides. That silent guide is calling from inside. Pull me here and push me there. It's everywhere, hanging in the air. We are magnets pulling from different poles, with no control. We'll never be apart. I will always find you, like it's written in the stars. My bad, wait. Run, but you can't hide. Try. These are very good sustained bells. They're in my comfortable register, so it's pretty easy to do them. I will always find you. I will always find you. I will always find you. Like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. I will always find you. Like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. I will always find you. I will always. It's such a good song. It's so fun to sing. It really is. But to be honest, pretty much every Supergiant song is really fun to sing. You know, I've never actually tried properly to sing the Hades 2 songs. Should I give it a shot? I've never really tried it, so. Most sailors hear my music echoing through sea and cove. You're all into my harbor. Join the teeming wrecks below. Down, down, king of bones with a coral crown. Down, drown, save your breath, 'cause tonight you're gonna drown. Yeah. Gods and witches cannot tame me. Curses are my endless muse. All who hear me, prince or pauper. Oops, wait. Prince or pauper. Okay. All who hear me, prince or pauper, this shall be their final cruise. Down, down, king of bones with a coral crown. Drown, drown, save your breath, 'cause tonight you're gonna drown. Oh yeah. Wait, this is actually really fun. Wait. 'Cause tonight you're gonna drown. But it's a bit hard to sing when I don't know the melody that well. So I think we'll try it again another time. What about the other one? Well, this one might be more fun. You can't stay away. Seems every day you keep coming back here. It's plain to see. Wait. Oh my, wait. This is. Can't stay away. Seems every day you keep coming back here. Now it's plain to see you wanna be under the sea with your favorite sirens. You're so obsessed with me. Not that I can blame you for it. I would be too if I were you. Too bad you must die now. I am gonna cloud you. Wait. Oh my god, wait. This one's hard for my register. Fuck. This one's actually really hard for my register. Fuck. You must die now. I am gonna close your eyes, then drown you to death. I am gonna close your eyes, then drown you to death. You're such a mess. That little dress look like it's from the garbage. Just like that hair, don't mean to stare. Were you aware? Looks like you something died there. Oh, yeah. I think I need to learn it better before I sing it as well. It's such a good song though. Let's finish listening to it without my fucking yeah. What is this from? This is from Hades 2. This is the song, one of the songs that plays when you're fighting the siren boss. When I learn it, it's gonna be really fun to sing. What a banger. What a banger. Should we finish with one I can actually properly sing? Please hydrate. I only have coffee. I don't want to go down. We'll be fine. Hmm. Oh, I'm never gonna give you up. We did it last time. I kinda wanna do something else. Sing a Polyphia song? True! Oh, maybe we can sing a fun Von Kanto song. I don't know. Von Kanto's songs are confusing to sing because I never know which part to do. There's too many vocal parts. Being with me. The thing about Nothing More is that my voice isn't really stable enough in their vocal register. It's a bit too high for me. I usually can sing them, but especially when my throat is already irritated by drinking a lot of coffee, it's rough. It's really rough. Same with like Powerwolf. That's why you should have hydrated. True. True. Maybe we can do some Les Cowboys fringants. Taka Hector, no. It's not that fun to sing. Maybe. Maybe this one. T'as-tu qu'avec de la broche, chérie, l'hiver va être tough cette année. C'est fini le temps des brioches, on mange la misère pour souper. Faut que je pose mes pneus d'hiver sur mon bazou couvert de rouille. Avec le gaz qui est toujours plus cher, ils savent qu'ils nous tiennent par les couilles. Joue dans le trafic à tous les matins avec des millions d'êtres humains qui se battent pour un pouce d'autoroute sans trop se demander ce qui est au bout. Tout seul au fond de leur voiture, chantonnant des ballades FM, sachant comme moi que la vie c'est dur, mais qu'il faut continuer la game. Bon, merci, un accident de truck et ça roule par choc à par choc. Code rouge sur le métropolitain, jamais ben raide au quotidien. Un gars qui se fait barrer le chemin, klaxonne en brandissant son poing. Comme un lion au fond d'une cage, pogné dans les embouteillages. Allez, honnête citoyen qui rêve de plague de clumède. Sorry. Citoyen qui rêve de plage de Club Med au milieu de l'hiver canadien, votre boulot est le seul remède, mais soyez quand même aux aguets, car le burn-out vous court après. Tu travailles trop, mon petit chummy, tu vois même pas ta vie passer. La terre entière carbure au fric, ça a l'air qu'on n'est pas dans Gamic. Dans le monde des gens importants, y a pas grand place pour les perdants. Se contente de nous balancer à tous les heures du jour ou de la nuit. Les conneries de publicité, pis ce qu'ils ont à nous vendre comme bullshit. Si on demande des centres d'achat, c'est encore le branle-bas de combat. Des chars à 1 000 à la ronde, pis des magasins noirs de monde. Le Père Noël vient de débarquer, on n'est même pas à mi-novembre. Le petit Jésus doit être déprimé, les vendeurs sont revenus dans le temple. Payez plus tard, achetez maintenant Interac ou argent comptant Visa, American Express, j'en danse les chocs de BS. Je suis le marchand de cochonnerie, le vendeur de rêve à bas prix. L'American Dream en personne, c'est pas cher pour avoir du fun, aller entrer dans Faramba, louer pour j'ai une belle bagnole, pas d'intérêt pendant 1 an. Puis ton coup dessus des aides chauffants, vos vies plates seront transformées par mes illusions emballées. Mais si jamais t'es pas content ici, y'a pas de remboursement. Je loue ma vie à un employeur, un coup de journée pis de gouttes de sueur. Quand je pense qu'on fait toute la putain pour pouvoir se payer des cossins et se rendre compte qu'un Tyrien tout neuf, ça rend pas le cœur plus joyeux, parce que le bonheur de toute façon s'achète pas d'une boîte de carton. Sauf que devant mon verre de bière vide, ma gorge est une terre aride. Ça te prendrait un petit remontant pour faire passer mon mauvais temps. Mais j'ai pas une scène dans les poches, sous le temps de même quand l'hiver approche. Oh, the lyrics are aware? Yeah. The lyrics are pretty fucking depressing. Explain the lyrics for the unaware? Sure. I mean, I guess we could just do it on Spotify, whatever. So. So, there's so many Quebec expressions here. I don't know how to translate it properly. So, literally, this means tie your hats with staples, or staple your hats on your head. I'm from Quebec, but Anglo, and I'm lost. Yeah. So literally, this means staple your hats to your head, but the meaning is like get ready for something that would like something like grand, because it's like something's about to hit you so hard that your hats are gonna fly away. So they need to be like stapled to your head to stay there. That's where the expression comes from. Dear winter is gonna be rough this year. What the fuck is a brioche in English? I guess it's just bread. No, it's just brioche, isn't it? I don't know. Anyways, no more brioche. We're eating misery for dinner. I gotta put on my winter tires on my rusty ass old car with gas prices rising and rising. What the fuck is a bazoo? it's slang for an old ass car, basically. Yeah, with gas prices rising and rising, they know they're holding us by the balls. I play in traffic every morning with millions of other people who fight for an inch of highway without really wondering what's at the end. Alone at the bottom of their car, singing along to radio songs, knowing like I do that life is hard, but you gotta keep going anyways. Bridge Mercier, a truck accident, and everyone is. What the fuck is pare-choc à pare-choc in English? It's an expression for like a traffic jam, I guess. So on the bridge, there's been a truck accident, and we're all rolling bumper to bumper. Red coat on that highway, whatever. complete traffic jam daily. A guy who gets cut off, honking while holding up his fist, or like fucking well, threatening with his fist, like a lion in a cage, stuck in traffic. The accident is a happy part of the song musically. Yeah, it is. Come on, honest citizens who dream of beaches and fucking Club Med. In the middle of the Canadian winter, your job is the only remedy. But stay alert, because burnout is running after you. You're working too much, buddy. You don't even see your your life go through. And this is what it's like. This part is, yeah. Jamais ben raide au quotidien, un gars qui se fait barrer le chemin, klaxonne brandissant son poing. Pogné dans les embouteillages, allez honnête citoyen qui rêve de plage et de club med au milieu de l'hiver canadien. Votre boulot est le seul remède, mais soyez quand même aux aguets, car le burn-out vous court après. Tu travailles trop, mon petit chemin, tu vois même pas ta vie passer. Yeah, that's the happy part of the song. The entire Earth is running on money or running on cash. I don't even know what gamic means. Like this one, I don't know. That's too Quebecois for me. Because in the world of important people, there isn't much room for losers. I don't know how to translate this. Whatever. In mall parkings, or in the parking of malls, it's still how the fuck do you translate branle-bas de combat? It's still a fucking rioty mess of people fighting each other. Cars all around in a radius of a mile, and shops full to the brim of people. Santa Claus just got off, or Santa Claus just got here. We're not even mid-November. Lil Jesus must be depressed because the merchants are back in the temple. Pay later, buy now. Interac or cash, Visa, American Express. I'll even take your... What's BS in English? Your social... What is it called? Bullshit? No, it's not. It's a different BS. It stands for bien-être social. It's like social programs that go to people that don't have any like that don't have enough income. Welfare checks. Thank you. I'll even take welfare checks. Yeah, so it's like this like chorus, I guess, is about like shopping rush in November. So buy now, pay later, Interact, Cash, Visa, American Express. I'll even take your welfare checks. I sell garbage. Dreams at a low price. The American dream in person. It's not too expensive to have fun. Come on. Enter the... How do I translate farandole? Enter the fucking... Dude, I don't know. Enter the dance, yeah. Enter the dance. Borrow money to buy a nice car. No interest for a year. And you can put your ass on heating seats. Your shitty lives will be transformed by my illusions. By my nicely wrapped illusions. But if you're not happy, we don't do refunds. So this is like a guy trying to convince you to spend all your money on shit that doesn't matter. Let's listen to it. But yeah. I lend my life to an employer. Through days and drops of sweat. When I think that we all do the whore, or I guess, I don't know if whore would be the right word here. I would say, I mean, I would say so. Like that's a language that's being used. When I think that we all whore ourselves out so we can buy little trinkets, or so we can pay for little trinkets, and realizing that a little nothing all new, a little new nothing doesn't make your heart any happier, or doesn't bring joy to your heart, because happiness anyways can't be bought in a cardboard box. But in front of my empty beer glass, my throat is dry. It is a dry land. I might need a little drink. So this shitty time goes by faster. But I don't have a cent. I don't have a cent in my wallet or in my pocket. It's always like this when winter comes. So yeah, that's a nice little song. It's yeah. It's one of the best songs on this album. But les Cowboy Fringants always sing about like interesting stuff. Usually it's like social issues. 'Cause, sometimes it's a happier vibe to it. Like Chacun Hector is a pretty happy song. Like it doesn't really, yeah. But a lot of their songs are like about try to stay smiling through fucking garbage bullshit happening to you. Especially on this album. Like this one is about getting angry at the government. This one is about getting angry at the government. This one... How would I even describe this one? This one's about the heartbreak and nostalgia of growing up and your family growing apart from each other. This one's about dude, how the fuck do I even describe this one? It's about a guy remembering his summer fling with a girl, I guess. This one's about getting angry at the government. Yeah, a lot of them are about getting angry at the government. Let's do another one, actually. Je suis né des années 70 dans un Québec en plein de changements, qu'on l'emblème de la fleur de lys donnait un peu d'espoir aux gens. Mais quand je regarde ça aujourd'hui, je suis donc pas fier de ma patrie, ça dort au gaz d'un bungalow. Le cul assis sur le statu quo en se gavant de téléromans. Et le talk show les plus stupides se laissant mourir sur le divan avec leur petit air candide. Dans ce royaume de la poutine, on se complaint en médiocrité, ben satisfait de notre routine et du bonheur préfabriqué. Prendrais-tu un petit gratteux, me dit le caissier au dépanneur. Ah ouais, le gros sorti de l'être millionnaire, c'est le bonheur. Il se met à rêver le samedi qu'il va peut-être quitter son taudis. Espère toujours, maudit moron. T'as une chance sur 14 millions dans le stationnement du casino. Un gars se tire une balle dans la tête, ayant tout flambé son magot. Il avait plus trop le cœur à la fête, mais le gouvernement s'en balance. Il se nourrit à même les gamblers en exploitant leur dépendance, un peu comme le ferait un pusher. Si c'est ça le Québec moderne, ben moi je mets mon drapeau en berne et j'emmerde les bouffons qui nous gouvernent. Si tu rêves d'avoir un pays, mais moi je te dis que t'es mal parti, t'as bien plus de chances de gagner à la loterie. On a été pendant des années un petit peuple de yes men qui marchait des fesses serrées quand arrivait le foreman. Aujourd'hui ça a un peu changé. Les gars sont tous syndiqués, sages en 3-4 autour d'une pelle en regardant le plus genre faire du zèle. Faudrait pas se résoudre trop vite, on a encore des porteurs de haut à la solde des gens de l'élite et des pleins de marde en tuxedo. Quand le boss d'une grosse corporation ferme son usine en Gaspésie, te demandera pas ton opinion, il va te slacker sans dire merci. Un robineux qui est dans la rue, au pied d'un grand building en verre, il va passer inaperçu à la sortie des actionnaires. Qui compte qui pose, c'est les revenus et non les problèmes de la terre. C'est pas ma faute si t'es un trou de cul. Moi, l'important, c'est que je prospère. Et le premier ministre fait semblant qu'ils en fait pour les pauvres gens, alors qu'on sait qu'il est au service des fortunés et de leur business. L'environnement, la pauvreté, c'est pas des sujets prioritaires. On n'entend pas beaucoup parler derrière les portes des ministères. Si c'est ça le Québec moderne, ben moi je mets mon drapeau en berne et j'emmerde les bouffons qui nous gouvernent. Si t'es content de son pays, c'est ton avis, tu dois être le PDG d'une compagnie. But yeah. Like, these songs are all really fun to sing, but they're not really that melodic, I guess. Melodic? I don't know where the accent is. Anyways. I think that's going to be enough of a karaoke break. Next, we'll do the crossword, I think. And after that, we do dailies and then Kinich Post-Release. Thoughts? That one was easier to understand. Yeah, it had a lot less slang. All right. Strikes, perhaps. I don't know. Animal cry? That sounds like a Greek letter. Girls, comma, blank, non-profit since 1864. Fine on the radio. Move in real estate lingo. Woman on an árbol genealógico. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the Spanish word for a specific family relation. But I don't know which one, so. It's family tree, yeah, I'm guessing so. Value? No. More slippery? No. TV channel showing lots of pitches. I wonder if it's pitches like fucking Shark Tank pitches, or if it's supposed to be a sports channel. What do you guys think? Blank. I think it has to be blank. Contradict. Save money on one's commute home, perhaps. Wait. Fuck, what's the name for it in English? When you carpool. No. Doesn't fit. Wait, surely there's not two blanks, right? Surely not, right? You can see right through it. I don't know. Up to you, I guess. Like nearly everybody on a reply all thread. What? Genre influenced by Jamaica's independence. Not gay. Ska. You guys really think it's ska? Well, I guess. Puts on a Christmas list. Say, presents. Present. Some young studs. I don't know. Lisbon's land abbreviation. Where the fuck is Lisbon? Fuck. Oh, whatever. First name and student loans. Louvre Pyramid Architect. I don't know who the fuck made the Louvre. Blank Facto. I don't know. Skeptics. I don't know. Okay, it can't all be blank, so I'm actually... I don't know. Okay, half of the sprinter's pair. What the fuck? One of the 4 classical elements along with ignis, aqua, terra. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a word for air. But I don't think it's supposed to be air. What could it be? I mean, I'll put air down for now, but 53 across feature as seen 3 times in this puzzle. Is this blank? And then the other ones were actually blank? Is it seen 3 times in this puzzle? But I don't know what tests required for all CIA applicants would be. But maybe it is blank then for the other ones. I'll give it a shot. Crossword gimmick moment, yeah, aware. Because we're a Thursday, isn't it? Major British tabloid with the. I don't know. When sudden death can occur, for short. I don't know. Understood. Agreed. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. Caribbean clock setting abbreviation. What's the time zone in the Caribbean? Any knowers in chat? I'm not gonna guess this. It's probably it ends in T for sure, but early birds bedtime maybe. I don't know. Baseball players who only bat for short. It's not pinch. Is it? But baseball players who only bat are pinch hitters, right? But I don't know what I'm not familiar enough with baseball terminology. Designated hitters? DHS? I'll believe you. Snide chuckle. Okay. Cosito or Callaloo? What the fuck? Luxuriant. What? Like some dog collars. Tool used in making applesauce and mashed potatoes. Is it masher? Metal marble. Human-shaped board game piece. Singer, songwriter, Golding. I don't know. Truly awful with the. I feel like this would have to be the worst. No? But then blank wouldn't work. Ellie Golding. It's 3 letters, so it can't be. City that's absolutely gorgeous. What the fuck, man? Thursday crosswords have special rules. You can put extra letters in certain places. What? Okay, maybe we shouldn't do the Thursday crosswords then. Leaf maker? Fuck. There's no way. Dude, I don't know. Mantra chants. Went door to door for. No, it's not campaign. I don't know. Performer at 2024's Super Bowl halftime show. Wasn't that Usher? Fuck, that means both present and blank are wrong. But yeah, this is probably ums. That's ass. The wash against as waves on the shore to I don't know. Crash? That doesn't fit with ska though. I don't know. It fits under a tongue. I don't know. Busy APR period professional. I don't know. Contracts? I don't know. Derides? I don't know. Budget planner for short? I don't know. Fuck, this is not good. Half sister of Kim, Chloe, and Courtney. These are Kardashians, right? I don't know what their names are. Starts with K, 3 letters. Any knowers in chat? Ken? Is that a girl? Wasn't it Kylie? I mean, that's not 3 letters. It can't be Kylie because it's not 3 letters. It's probably some Thursday gimmick. Dude, I'm... TV character who said computers makes excellent and efficient servants, but I have no wish to serve under them. That sounds like a Big Bang Theory thing. Maybe they ate the IE and that's the gimmick, but I don't understand how that works. I think I give up on the... I think I give up on the Thursday crosswords. Whatever. I'm over it. We're done. Whatever. That's enough of that. Are we kindling day today? No, we are not. Wait, I haven't done the Wordle. Stare. Pound. Zilch. I feel like it has to be... well, something like this. So... Nah... Manner, no, man, no. On. On. Okay. Dude, yeah, okay. I mean, okay. Okay. Okay, I mean, I'm just... yeah, I mean, 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 yeah. Some days just be like that, I guess. Okay. It's a Sumeru character, released before Nahida. I know. It's an Electro character from Sumeru, released in 3.0. So it's Dory. Easy clap. Daily quote. It's up to me to decide who I want to be and to cut my own path. No one can tell me what to do. Who is the goat of self-determination? It sounds like something Kuki would say. No. It could be Chiori, yeah. Okay, it was Chiori. It's a good guess. It's a good guess. That's Lynette. Dude, I'm too good. I am too good. It's very easy to recognize, though. A firework? Dude, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're just could have been Lenny. No, the hat was too small. And this thing, right here, because we had this part. The hat was really small, and we had this thing, which looks too much like an Animo thing. It doesn't look like a pyro ability. Anyways. Let's pick someone at random. Firefly. It is a fire character released after Firefly. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's one... I don't know their names. But it's one of the new characters. Could it be Gallagher? Was Gallagher released after? No, he was released before, wasn't he? Like, I think it starts with J. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Easy clap. Easy clap. Easy clap. Dude, I'm too good. 1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Wait, I've heard this before. I've heard this often before. Is this Tingyun? It is, yeah. I've heard this too often not to know it. That's Acheron. Dude, dude, I'm the GOAT or what? Am I the GOAT or what? Like, we got this as quickly as we could have, unless we just got the 1 in fucking 50 to get it on the first try. And then we got both the quote and the ability in one try. Hey, like, am I the GOAT or what? How do the ZZZ duel? Okay. It's Ben. Bam. Okay, it wasn't Ben. Yeah, this doesn't help, but this does. It's a fire character? Who the fuck else is fire? Coleta? Oh, right, it's not Bella. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's on me. That was a mistake. Lucy? It was Lucy. Okay. We don't have the Bowden thing for that. Oh. What's that? Oh, well, no. That's kind of funny, though. Okay, should we do a Sudoku, actually? But, like, an easy or medium Sudoku? Let's see how easy the easy Sudoku is. Oh my, that looks omega easy. What the fuck? Seven, 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 seven. Okay, all the sevens are in. 6, 6. 6 has to be here. 6. 4. 4. 4 has to be here. 4, 4. Okay, we still have the 4s in these squares. How do you play this? So yeah, I mean, I guess I can explain properly what I'm doing. So, Sudoku is basically, you have numbers from 1 to 9. Each number is present only once in each row, column, and square. I don't need help for the easy one, chat. That won't be necessary. So, because it's only present once in each row, square, and column, you can use the numbers that start there to figure out where the other numbers are. So for example, I know that there's only 1 8 in this column and in this column. And I also know that there's only 1 8 in this column, or in this row and this row, right? So the 8 can't be here because there's already 1 here. It can't be here because there's already 1 here, and it can't be here because there's already 1 here. which means the only spot the 8 can be in this square is here. Because there has to be one 8 in this square. I did the same thing for this 7 and this 4. Okay, 5. 5, so the 5 has to be one of these two. It's not here, so it has to be here. 5, 5. So in this, we need to have a 5 in this column, and we need to have a 5 in the square, but it's already here. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. The rest is going to be somewhere over here. What else do we have? 6. No, 6s were fine. The 1s. We don't have a lot of 1s. Okay, let's look at what else we have here. So we're missing a 1, a 2, and a 4 in these. This can't be a 1, or this can't be a 4. So it has to be a 1 or a 2. This can't be a 2. So it has to be a 1 or a 4. Same for this. And we don't have any, which means that the 1 and 4 have to be in these. But we do need a 2 in the square, but it can't be in either of these. So it has to be here. Then we have a 2 here and here, which means it can't be here or here. But it has to be here. Then the 2 has to be in one of these, but we don't know yet. Okay, 1 and 4, okay. Here, in this square, we're missing, what? 2, 6, and 9. So this can't be a 6, so it's either a 2 or a 9. Same for this. The 6 has to be here. 6, 6. And we have these two that can only be the 6s. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep yapping while I'm doing this. And here we have what? 1, 2, 3, 9. This has to be a 2 or a 3. It can be a 9 or a 1. This can't be a 3 or a 9, so it has to be 1 or 2. This can't be a 3, a 2, or a 9, so it has to be a 1, which means this has to be a 2, which means this has to be a 3, which means this has to be a 9. We know that this is 1 and 4, which means that this has to be whatever's left in this column, which is, what, 3? 3? Which means the 3 has to be in one of these two. Don't know which one yet. Although we know the 3 can't be here, and it can't be here. So the 3 has to be in one of these two, which means it can't be here, which means it has to be here. So the 3 can't be here, so it has to be here. So we're done with 3s. Okay. Here we have what? 1, 4, and 9. We know the 9 isn't here, so it has to be in one of these two. This is 1 or 9. This is 1 or 9. So we have a 4 here and a 4, which means the only remaining square for the 4 is here, which means this can't be a 4, which means this has to be... Wait, I'm an idiot. There was already a 4. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I can't see. I have no eyes. There's already a 4 in this square. My bad. My bad. Wait, what number are we missing then? A 6? A 6. But the 6 can't be over there, so it has to be here. Okay, now I'm not orange. Then these two are 1 and 9. Okay, 6. 6. 6. No, the 6 can't be here. Has to be in one of these two. And over here, we don't have any hints yet. I always miss the existing numbers. Yeah, it's a little cringe, but it is what it is. Okay, what are we missing in these? We're missing 1, 4, 5, 9. 1, 4, 5, 9. In these two, we're missing 1 and 5. And in these two, I guess it's 4 and 9. The 4 can't be here, so it has to be 9. Which means the 4 has to be here. Which means the 4 has to be here, which means the 1 has to be here. Which means the 5 has to be here, which means the 1 has to be here. Okay. A little bit of progress done. Pog. We know that the 9 is already in this, which means the 9 can't be here. Wait, never mind. There's already a 9 here. Same for the 2. Which means the 2 has to be in one of these two. But it can't be here, so it has to be here. Okay. The 2 can't be here. It can't be either of these because of this. It can't be here because of this, and it can't be here, so it has to be here. Okay. Okay, what else do we have? Thank you for the tier 1 Amish zombies. Okay, we're missing what? 1, 4, no. 1, 6, 8, 9. It can't be 1, it can't be 6. So 8 or 9. This can't be 1, 6, or 8, so it has to be 9, so this has to be 8. Then we have 1 and 6 in these two. But it can't be here, so it has to be here. Means the 1 can't be here, so the 1 has to be here. The 9 in this square can't be in the last or the second last because of these two, so it has to be here. Means the 9 has to be in one of these two, which has to be here. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And the 9 here can't be down here, so it has to be here. Okay, we're almost done. What else do we have left? We have 5, 6, 8. 6 and 8 are already here, so the 5 has to be here. And 6, 8. 6 has to be here, 8 has to be here. Across this, we have 1 and 6. 1 and 6. The 1 is already here, so 6, 1. We already have 1 here and here, so the 1 has to be here. 6 has to be... Oops, I'm an idiot. Sorry, that's a 4, not a 6. Means this is a 5. And we have a 4, and then we have a 6. Oh! Okay, 11 minutes on an easy Sudoku. It is what it is. I think this is too easy, though. I think medium is going to be the right amount of difficulty and time. Like, the hard is doable, but it takes a very long time. Alright! Yeah, 25 minutes would be like a solid amount of time on a Sudoku. I think the medium is right. I think after this, before we get to the Kinich Post-Release, we'll probably watch the Lonin teaser that we haven't watched yet. feel like Sudoku isn't good stream content. Really? I mean, maybe not. Garbage. I like the stall caught. Good. Because we'll do it every day. Did you do the mini? Yeah, we got a 120 mini. Pog! No. Wrong main stat. Bro, I'm trying to fucking whatever. I'm having a Marmite butter sandwich right now. Have you ever tried it? No, I'm not Australian. No one likes Marmite except Australians. What the fuck is Marmite? You don't need to know. That's Vegemite? I don't know, this is the same thing. Please, no politics in here. This is not a place to discuss Marmite. Marmite is British, Vegemite is Australian, Vegemite is thicker, more salty and bitter. Marmite is subtler and sweeter. You can't use food words to pretend that Marmite and Vegemite are food, okay? I'm sorry. Just because you use terms that are usually used to describe food won't convince me that they're actually something you should put in your mouth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just they're just not food adjacent nutrient face. True. Okay, why couldn't this be crit damage? But it's fine. Have you ever been to France? No, I've never been. I don't intend on ever going either. Being over Chaska get crumbs? No, not yet. Oh, we got a double. Garbage, garbage. Huge. Double garbage. I for guides. You will for guides. Here were the 23 months, Redondo. Can this be good, please? No, it can't. You know, it sucks that I don't even get flowers and feathers that are usable. All I get is fucking wrong main stat, sands, and bullshit with... Oops. Whatever. It's annoying. I've bricked so many double crits in the... Listen, if it starts double crit, it's already better than what I get. Okay? Like, this is the average artifact I get. Like, I think I actually need to show you, like, how bad it is. This is the amount of fucking sands I get. Okay, let's look at the feathers. This is, like, good. I guess it's not that bad. I do have a few I could level. Maybe I shouldn't complain. I do have a few. It's just, in the past few days, I've gotten, like, dog shit. But I guess, overall, it's not that bad. Do I even have a single one that has crit damage and attack percent? I don't even know. This could have crit damage and attack percent. But that's the problem. I guess this does. But it's gonna roll defense, like what's the point? Rolls HP. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Oh. Crit, please. Flat attack is okay, I guess. No, it's not. Okay. That's fine. That's good. Fuck. Okay, I mean, that's usable, I guess. But it's like, is it really better than what I already have? I guess it is. Is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, that's an upgrade. Still have the problem of this, though. Roll garbage. Roll garbage. Roll garbage. Ugh. Maybe I should try to level an HP. If I can find one that has like this. Wait, that's lucky. That's fine. Like, that's good. That's useful, I guess. Ugh. Still, though, that's actually pretty good. I'll take that. For an on-piece, like, that's good enough. And then I can go off-piece on this, and I can put this on Kinich, and I actually have 2 builds now. That's huge. It's not good, but it'll do. It'll do. It will do. It'll have to do. Hog. You're building for the post-release? Not really. But I guess kinda. Let's do another Kinich run. Maybe it can serve as background footage too. What weapon do you have on him? I have the craftable R5. Alright, what do I want to play with him? The team I've liked the most is definitely the Farina team. But I don't know if I want to play that. I mean, I guess I can. What do I play on the other side? I guess Milani? You can do Milani. Doable. But then I'd want to have her on Deepwood, which is cringe. But I guess I have to. Is this too much ER? Maybe it is, but whatever, I don't care. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so I'll do Kinich and Link Farina, and then on the other side I'll do Molani, Emily. With Nahida. And Daya. I can't be bothered. This is gonna have to do. She should be on instructor, but I don't care. Alright. Let's do one run. So Milani, Nahida, yeah. And then Kinich, Bennett, Ling, Rena. Okay, business. that was not it, so... Well, this was very, very poorly done, but it's okay. Day uptime. It's not a day uptime problem, it's a I forgot to E problem. Alright, well, it's fine. It's working out. The blessing is too good. So... Why did I do that? I don't know. No, I fucked up. Emily's not fucking hitting them, dude. Okay. I didn't... Emily just targeted... Oh, okay. That's fucking annoying. Well, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Emily just targeted the fucking small one instead of the big one, so it didn't fucking... It didn't proc Dea's E. That's annoying. Dude, why am I not critting? Dude, why am I not critting? They're like 70 crit rate? Yeah, but... I mean, no! I got 2 crit cards already. Didn't I? Am I not on like a... like 8... almost 90 crit rate? Whatever, man. It is what it is. It happens, I guess. Oh, fuck. That's my bad. missed. Oh, that's fine. Good enough, I guess. Nice positioning, stupid jellyfish. Yeah, I mean, jellyfish doesn't move at the start, so unless you want to wait for it to move, you kind of just have to accept it. And I didn't want to wait for it to move. He keeps short holding. Short holding is faster. Okay, is the most cringe. I don't think so. I think the crab is the most cringe. Chaska leaks. I think we'll look at that tomorrow. Today we need to do the Kinich Post-Release. But I say no, that was the last thing I wanted to do before the Kinich Post-Release. So young Elizabeth, of your death. Okay, let me put a marker. Chat, say hi to YouTube. Hello, beautiful. Old Zajef. Okay. Let's put the lo-fi playlist for this. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Wait. Let's do that again. We have Kinich out already. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Hi. To the Kinich post-release analysis. Now, I really like Kinich. I think he's really fun to play. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about today. As usual for the post-release, I try to wait until towards the end of the banner, so I have more time to like properly test out the character. There are quite a few teams that I decided not to test too much because I just didn't really enjoy them. But I'll be mentioning that when we talk about his teams. So as usual, the way the post-release works is we go through the pre-release video, we talk about anything that we got wrong, anything that we got right, and anything that we missed. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome! Hi, to the Kinich pre-release analysis! I am pretty excited for this one, because Kinich honestly looks like a very fun character to play, so... You're right, old Zajef with long hair. Kinich is a very fun character to play. So let's just get right into it. First, we have our base stats. Base HP, 12,858. Base defense, 802. As usual, it doesn't really matter what the base attack is, because a character could have lower base attack and higher scaling, or higher base attack and lower scalings. The attack by itself doesn't mean anything, and I just look at the actual damage numbers at the end. But the base HP and the base defense are, because that's your defensive stats. It's not what your damage scales off of. And when it comes to defensive stats, he's pretty normal. He doesn't have outstanding HP, but he does have pretty high base defense. As we're gonna see, he is an on-fielder, so he's not particularly tanky, but he's not squishy for on-fielders. He is a Claymore character. Yeah, something about that I probably should have mentioned more in the pre-release. He has relatively average defensive stats, but the thing is, a lot of the teams that I talk about have some issues when it comes to defensive utility that I didn't really end up mentioning too much. And after having played him a decent amount, I think they're a bit more relevant than I actually mentioned in the pre-release. So that's something I want to correct. While he does have relatively normal defensive stats, if you're playing him in teams like a double Dendro team with Daya, your only form of defensive utility is damage mitigation, with no healing whatsoever on him, which means that your HP will slowly get whittled down, and that's going to be annoying. And that's part of why I've slowly started to dislike, or not necessarily dislike, but I've slowly leaned more and more towards, wait, am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. I gotta fucking... We're starting that over. My bad. My brain is fucking short-circuited. That's with Milani, not with Kinich. It's fine. It's fine. Wait. It's fine. Editors, cut the fuck out. Cut that out, please. Anyways, his defensive stats are indeed relatively average. But one thing with him that doesn't necessarily apply to other carries is because he moves a lot. Especially in multi-wave stuff where you have to reattach your skill to a different enemy. It's very easy for him to start running out of Bennett's Burst. And because his movement is relatively limited, right? He moves a lot, but his movement is predetermined. You move at a specific speed that you can't change, and while you can change the way you're turning, it's not particularly responsive. You can't just change it at will instantly. That makes it so that while there are things that you can still dodge, you are a bit more vulnerable to enemy attacks than you would be on a character that has the default freedom when it comes to dashing. And so that leads to you potentially getting hit by enemies more often. And especially if you're swinging yourself outside of Bennett Burst, that means your healing goes down, and it's a lot easier to die. When I test characters, very often I try to focus more on the rotations than like perfect positioning and dodging, because one, it's kind of a pain to do that, but two, I know most people don't treat Genshin as Dark Souls and try to dodge every attack coming their way. If you look at stuff like Triple Kenki, for example, most people just decide to tank some of the attacks because they can afford to. With Kinich, that puts you in a more vulnerable spot. So, and I found myself dying a bit more often than usual on him than on the average other character. I don't think he's that particularly squishy, though. I don't think it's, like, that big of a problem. But it is still something that's worth mentioning for people that are on the edge, whether or not they want to get him. Claymore characters often tend to be a little bit more tanky than others. Important. So, range to Ascension status crit damage. We're running case. So, let's look at what he does. We're gonna skip, but that doesn't really matter in combat. Let's talk about his skill. So, Kinich uses... We can skip the explanation of the skill. The main thing to remember is that when it comes to skill, by default, without any burning, let's go against an enemy for a minute. Fine. So, by default, what the fuck? Hello? You can't do that to me, man. That's just not okay. I think if you do it frame perfect, you'll be able to just barely get 3. Without any form of burning whatsoever. But if you use your ult in the middle of your skill, the timer is going to tick, and you'll be able to get 3. When you're playing with burning, I keep going the wrong way because I'm an idiot. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna... This is not... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So you can get 4 relatively easily. You don't even need to actually hit the sector that spawns, because you get most of your stuff from burning anyways. However, it is technically possible to get a 5th one. I need to have my ult anyways to do it, so I'm gonna... Although it is gonna be hard against enemies like this that stagger you, so I'm probably gonna try it against Simon instead. Let's go do Simon. And this is something I did not mention at all in the pre-release because I wasn't actually aware you could get 5. That's something that that is important to correct. And technically, if you're not against an enemy that like you have to delay your skill so you can like swing away from an incoming attack, getting 5 is consistently doable as long as you're doing it properly. I fucked it up. That's a skill issue. And I died, so I didn't get my energy back. I hate myself. I want to die in-game. Fuck! That's annoying. Anyways, if the enemy is burning during your ult, you effectively you effectively keep gaining Night Soul during your ult. What? Why isn't my fav proccing? Thank you. Anyways, you keep gaining Night Soul during your ult animation, which makes it possible to refill your Night Soul bar without taking into your Night Soul duration, because your ult has the effect of extending your Night Soul duration for about the same time as the ult's animation time, so it effectively pauses it. I fucked up. I went the wrong way for the triangle. Anyways. And if you do a hold on your skill to aim it instead of tapping it, if you do it quickly enough, it works a little bit like Nevillette's short hold release, where it ends up being a little bit faster than the default animation. I fucked it up. Fuck! I'm bad! I give up. I give up. I fucking suck at the game. And there was just fine footage of someone doing it. I give up. I'm bad. I can't do it properly. I'll try again. I need to get it once for the fucking footage. It'll be fine. I went the wrong way. Why do I always go the wrong way? You point the camera in a direction it usually appears there? Really? I'm bad. You have to really point it for the first one only? I see. I think this just shows how impractical 5 shots is. 5 shots isn't impractical, I just suck at video games. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm just bad. I don't want people to think that it's hard because I'm bad. Like, this is just a skill issue. But people are gonna think it's hard because I'm just fucking bad at the game. Like, I don't mind people thinking I'm bad, but I don't want people to get misinformed because I'm bad, you know? Stop aiming. Yeah, like, I'm okay with people knowing I suck at the game. It's just, yeah. I was so close. It's fucking frustrating. Do it on the 3rd shot. It doesn't matter which shot you do it on. Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Oh my god. Fine. Yeah, I should use Fab for now. Bro, how much time am I gonna spend on this shit? Why didn't it work? I pressed E. Why didn't my E work? I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude. Everything is fine. Okay, how? I was on 2. Stopped burning? No, it didn't. Aren't people using ult up to the first shot? It's not supposed to matter. Yeah, I guess I'll do it before the 4th one, though. Oh, it's still... Okay, whatever. Use someone else's footage. I give up. I don't know why I can't get it, but I can't get it, so... Like, I've gotten it before. I have done 5 before, without having to try this much. I don't know why today it's just not working, but today it's just not working. Almost had it, yeah. It's fine. We'll do it. It's gonna work out this time. Didn't work. So I don't know why it's so hard for me to get it today. Like, I've been able to get it, like, not even that, like, I don't know. You're missing it because you're using normal attack after ult instead of E. Yeah, but I don't have enough Night Soul after ult to use E. I have to use normal attack. No! I was so close! Why didn't it work this time? Missed by 0.1, dude, yeah, it's... Is the sectors? I don't know how many times you have to say the same stupid ass fucking thing before you stop. No, it's not because of the sectors. The sectors don't change how many normals it takes. Stop fucking yapping if you don't know what you're talking about. Do I need to change into a fucking TFT streamer? Tell you to don't talk if you don't know? Like... I fucked up. Like, it's not because of the sectors, it's because of the fucking timing on the burning procs. Turns out the stalling at the start wasn't even required. Shut up. We're close again, but I keep fucking up with my muscle memory. Go normal attack afterwards. I know! That's why I just said I keep fucking up with my muscle memory. No! That was actually just bad timing, wasn't it? I'm actually getting really fucking mad right now, though. I don't even know which side it is. Okay. Oh, I got it! How did I get it? Whatever, I got it. I really thought I fucked it up, but I guess not. Anyways, we got the fucking footage. Whatever. I give up. I give up. I give up. YouTube viewers that didn't take 25 minutes, yeah. Anyways. First try. Yeah. Anyways, you can get 5. Personally, I struggle with it a lot, so I don't really try to get 5. I'm satisfied with 4, especially because it's relatively hard to have your Bennett buff last long enough for 5. I think in practice 4 is completely fine, but it is a thing to keep in mind. It is a possible thing. 4 bangs, and any non-burning team is getting 3. If it's different from that, I'll try to mention it. At the end of the day, we're relying on leaker gameplay and footage for these assumptions, so take it with a grain of salt. Looking at the numbers on this, right, every pew pew is 200 motion value at level 9, and every bang is 1200. These numbers are actually pretty good. However, let's talk about his burst. His burst, 18-second cooldown, 70 energy cost. Yeah, so his burst sucks. But the burst duration is about the same as the duration extension to the Night Soul burst. Or to the Night Soul state, whatever. Which means if you have a way to generate Night Soul passively during your burst animation, for example, if the enemy's burning, or just the Night Soul points you generate by default for a time that passes in your skill, you can use your burst as a way to effectively generate Night Soul without taking Night Soul uptime. And that's how you can possibly get 5. Unleashes the power of Ajah, the Almighty Dragon Lord. Yeah, it's not Ajah, it's Ahau, but I did not know that at the time. But okay. On a limited, conditional, restricted, contractual part in breath. Yeah. Okay, we don't need. But I believe numbers on it are a lot lower. But yeah, the downside to using burst inside of skill is that you want a skill inside Bennett burst, and your burst doesn't snapshot, so there's no advantage to using your Bennett uptime for your burst, other than potentially extending your skill. But if you're extending your skill just to get another nuke without Bennett burst, then it's not really that worthwhile. Which is why, personally, I usually just use skill after my burst, or I use burst after my skill is over. Or at the very start of the rotation, and that's usually good enough. His ult gets a total of, from what I understand, 6 hits from the laser, plus the initial motion. There's a Night Soul burst, and each will gain 1 stack of Hunter's experience, up to 2 stacks. When he uses the bang, when he uses the cannon hit, all stacks will be consumed, and the damage will be increased by 320% of his attack for each stack. Most of the time, what this means is once per rotation, you get 320% more motion value. So, effectively what this means is that like a very large majority of his damage comes from his skill, a bit of damage from the ult. However, the ult animation is relatively long, and what you're gonna see is that his ult is very much one of those ults that's kind of just there, where you can use it if you want, but it doesn't feel like you're missing out if you don't. I would still stand by that. Like, while you can use the ult to potentially get a 5 skill rotation, most of the time it doesn't matter that much, and it's relatively hard to get it. And if you're not using it for that, the ult itself is kind of just whatever. It's a fine way to use your time if you have time left to your rotation, but it's not even really that much of a DPS upgrade to use it versus not using it if you don't have downtime in your rotation. So basically, if using his ult extends your rotation by the duration of the ult is relatively neutral. You can use it, but not using it won't punish you. And that's why getting ER on him doesn't really matter too much. You shouldn't focus on getting to any specific ER requirements. I just don't think it's worth sacrificing damage for it. If you have ER, then that's nice, but I don't think it's really worth sacrificing damage for the ult. Let's talk about the weapons. I don't. Again, there's not too much to say when it comes to weapons that I hadn't said in the pre-release. Earthshaker is still a very good option. Serpent Spine is still good if you're not overcapped on crit, but not overcapping on crit is harder on him than on other characters because obviously the artifact set that is by far the best is the Obsidian Codex, which gives you 40% crit rate. Personally, I've been using him on Earthshaker. I got myself an R5 Earthshaker just for him. I actually could get away with using Serpent Spine, because I just changed my artifacts around. So I'm still below 100% crit rate with this, even though it's just barely. Because I just recently got an artifact upgrade on an artifact that doesn't have any crit rate. It only has crit damage. So now I'm just barely below the 100%. So I actually could use Serpent Spine. I probably should. But I can leave it on my other characters if I need it there. So I'm still going to stick to Earthshaker for now. Artifact sets. I don't think there's anything new to say. Just stick to Obsidian Codex if you can. And if you're using him in Farina, you can use Maréchaussée. I guess the one thing I want to add is that I was very pleasantly surprised by how good the Farina teams felt. And we're going to talk more about that when we get to the team section. But the Farina teams felt really good to play. And so obviously that means that artifact sets that only work in the Farina teams, like Maréchaussée, are maybe a bit more viable of an option than I mentioned in the pre-release, where I talked about Farina just being one of his options. Personally, I don't really see myself playing Kinich without Farina too much unless I really need Farina on the other side. I don't think I'll go out of my way to play Kinich if Farina isn't available. Because the Farina teams just have felt better to play. Which means that my don't have anything to add to artifact stats. So we get to the teams. And finally we get into the real interesting part, which is the teams. Kinich's teams are hard to properly define. I think I'll be separating it in Bennett, Emilie, Bennett, Farina, Bennett, Flex, Burgeon, Emilie, Flex, and Hyperblue. Oh yeah, I guess I like that you can see the... Wait, I guess you guys can't see it. I like that you can see the fucking frame of changing the keyboard to French and back from French so I can do the accent aigu. Flex. I need to learn the alt code for accent aigu so I don't have to change to French for it. And Hyperblue. Oh yeah, I guess I also... Burning Load. Okay. First, let's just very quickly discuss Bennett himself. Bennett does force you into a circle. However, in practice, if you position yourself properly, getting your damage with Bennett's buff isn't actually too difficult from what I've seen. Yeah. So another thing that I want to add to that is that, especially when you're playing him in burning teams, in teams that have good burning uptime, the burning procs plus the amount that you get over time and from normal attacks is generally actually enough that you can use a skill nuke every 2 swings of normal attacks. And if you are to actually swing into the sector, you still need to do 2. So most of the time in burning teams, going into the sector doesn't actually make you use your skill faster. If you don't have good burning uptime and you're instead relying on Burgeon or no burning or Burgeon whatsoever, then swinging into the sector starts mattering a lot more. But specifically in burning teams, it kind of doesn't, and you don't really have to focus on it, which means it's a lot easier than one might expect to stay in Bennett circles. You can spend all of your focus just swinging in the side that keeps you in Bennett circle. it is a limitation. So obviously, if you manage to have the same DPS as a Bennett team with a non-Bennett team, that's great. You're very happy with that. But there are not a lot of non-Bennett teams that keep up with the Bennett teams in terms of damage. So very often it's going to be worth working around Bennett's circle in order to get his buff. Keep in mind, Bennett's buff lingers for a couple seconds after you exit the circle. So even if you shoot while you're out of the circle, you can still, without too much of a problem, get your buff. So as a general rule, his like very base default team is going to be Bennett, Emily, Flex. That last flex slot, let's work from Xiangling so that we can really understand why it doesn't have to be her. So if you are to use Xiangling in that last slot, the only buff you get for Xiangling is Bennett, right? You get Bennett, you get Power Resonance, you get Noblesse, sure, but you don't have swirls, and Xiangling isn't vaping. Because of that, the actual damage that Xiangling is doing is it's fine, but it's not outstanding. It's not enough to carry the team by itself. When you actually look at the team's damage distribution, what you'll notice is that because Deepwood is important to have, at least on someone on your team, because obviously you're playing Kinich, so you would very much want to be able to actually have your Dendro Res Shred. Putting Deepwood on Emily versus putting the Burning Set on her, you actually lose more damage than if you were to put Deepwood on Xiangling. Okay, so let's think about with Xiangling. Well, if you have Xiangling on Deepwood and no external buffs outside of Bennett, her damage is even lower. On top of that, Xiangling is the only meaningful source of pyro damage in your team, which means that Xiangling's C6 and her C1, the one that gives Goba Shred, don't really do anything for you. One thing I want to add to this is, specifically when it comes to AoE situations, Emily's damage starts being a little bit less noticeable. And if you've played Kinich on the first side of this Abyss, it might be something you could have noticed. Although this Abyss is relatively single target, all things considered, so it's not that big of a deal. But when you're in AoE situations, having Emily on Deepwood and Xiangling on Emblem is probably something I'd rather do. Although I don't know if I'd recommend like having multiple sets available just so you can swap your Deepwood around to the right unit. That can be a bit of a pain in the ass, so I can understand not wanting to do that. But just know that when it comes to AoE situations, you're probably better off putting Deepwood on Emily for your team DPS. And what you're left with is an off-field damage dealer that isn't bad, but really doesn't stand out too much either. And you're playing a team with relatively poor defensive utility that is locked into 20+ second rotations because of a unit that arguably contributes the least to the team's damage. Between Kinich, Bennett, Emily, and Xiangling, Xiangling is the one that contributes the least to the team DPS. Bennett is the one that has the least DPS, but his buff is a lot more meaningful than Xiangling's damage. If you were to replace Xiangling with someone else, it would be possible to shorten your rotations. So, because of that, being able to shorten your rotation by sacrificing Xiangling for another defensive option that can also carry Deepwood, you will lose Xiangling's personal damage, but in exchange, you can potentially have shorter rotations and potentially more uptime, more Bennett uptime on your carry, because Xiangling's animations are a little bit longer than the average defensive option. And all of this to say, the team is about as good offensively in terms of DPS, if not better, when instead of using Xiangling, you use someone like Daya. Daya is also locking you.
I don't know if I ended up mentioning it. Wait.
20-second rotations. Okay. However, Daya herself, outside of the Deepwood, doesn't really need any specific gear, which means you can put her on sack, and as long as you proc it, shorten your rotations to less than 20 seconds.
Yeah. So, when it comes to Kinich's teams, I would say that the Bennett, Emily, Daya team is probably the main team that I've lean towards the most when it comes to like strictly burning Kinich teams. As I'm going to talk about in a little bit, I've kind of started liking the Farina teams a bit more than the Emily teams, but if you want to play him in an Emily team, then I would definitely lean towards Sack Daya as the last slot.
Anyways, I'm not saying you can't play Xiangling. Xiangling is still very much one of the good options. But what I am saying is that because what Xiangling is doing for the team is not something that Kenich's teams can take advantage of that much, it makes it so that there are definitely other alternatives. Those other alternatives, mainly for like the team core of Bennett Emily, are Daya, Toma, Albedo, Chiori, Kachina. And honestly, the difference in team DPS between all of those last options is pretty small. So you can kind of use whichever one. Next, you have the Bennett Farina core. Yeah, one thing I want to add though is a relatively important of using Daya or Xiangling in the last slot is the Pyro Resonance that you get. The Pyro Resonance increases Kenich's damage, unlike Dendro Resonance, which pretty much does nothing for him. And because of that, the last law being Pyro, it's obviously not necessary, but it is an upside, which means that it's very, very possible that Mavuika is going to improve Kenich's teams. We don't know that much about her yet, but if she does turn out to be a unit that you can put in the last slot, especially if she can use the new Natlan support set, you'd probably put her on the Natlan support set and Emily on Deepwood, and you'd end up with an even stronger option here. And that is something that doesn't work with Farina, because, well, I guess it could. If Mavuika also has as good Pyro app as Xiangling, then it could. So never mind on that. But yeah. Last options is pretty small, so you can kind of use whichever one. Next, you have the Bennett Farina core, which I'd say is a little bit more restrictive than the Bennett Emily core. Farina's Hydro application is going to... Yeah, it's definitely more restrictive. I would say that when it comes to Kinich Bennett Farina, I don't think I'd recommend anything other than Xiangling as a last slot. That being said, Kinich, Bennett, Farina, Xiangling has been my favorite Kinich team pretty consistently, and I don't see that changing unless, or until Mavuika. And maybe even after, depending on how well she works with Kinich. To potentially screw with your burning up time without necessarily giving you enough burgeons to make up for that, which means that you're kind of better off as the last slot, pretty much always using a Pyro slot. Mainly Xiangling. Obviously, Farina being on the team instead of Emily means that you're getting more damage percent, which means that Xiangling's personal damage becomes a lot more significant. You can also, instead of Xiangling, still go for a defensive option like Daya, like Choma. They're still completely alright, but I would not recommend defensive options that are not Pyro, or like last slots that are not Pyro. Next, one thing I will say when it comes to that is I've seen a lot of people excited about Lynette as a teammate for Kinich, and I do want to quickly mention her. I don't feel very strongly about Lynette as a teammate for Kinich. The idea behind it is that Lynette gives you a slight buff. Wait. Yeah, so the idea behind it is that Lynette gives you a slight attack buff. You get a 20% attack buff from this. And that her personal damage isn't that bad. Personally, I don't really see much of an upside to playing Lynette over Xiangling in the Farina team or Daya in the Emily team. So I don't think of her as a premium option in this slot. But if you don't have the premium option available, if your Xiangling's busy on the other team, or if you don't have Daya or another replacement for it, Lynette is a viable option to use in the last slot. She can function as your form of off-field pyro. So you can put her on Deepwood, and it's not terrible.
Yeah, you do have a taunt, which is useful, but anyways, I wanted to mention it anyways. Lynette is still a completely viable option, so you can use her. Yeah, offensively, the 20% attack that you get from this is less than what you get from the power resonance if you were to use a power unit instead of Lynette. So I don't think of it as all that great. But it is enough to offset the fact that you're missing the power resonance. So it's still not like worthless. It's usable. And if you want to use Lynette instead of like Emily or Farina, I guess it works as well. But I'm a little bit less excited about that. Next up, Bennett Flex. So if you're just doing Kinich Bennett actually works as a core in a very similar way to something like Hu Tao Xing Tao, in the sense that you can put a 2-unit strong support core with them. For example, Albedo Chiori. You can do Kachina Chiori. Obviously, if you just think about it a bit, you could realize, oh yeah, you can also just do Amy or Farina as those slots, but we've already covered those. Outside of like pairs that use Farina or Emily, there are not too many 2-unit pairs that are that strong by themselves. Next up, you have. So that's true. There's not that much else to say about that. I guess I could have mentioned pairs that fuck with your burning / Burgeon. So like double Electro as the rest of the team or something like that. I didn't end up mentioning it because I don't think it's too good of a choice, but I guess it is something you can do if you really want to. But I don't see it really competing with the better teams. Burgeon. If you're doing Burgeon, you need a Burgeon trigger. So Deya, Toma, Shangling. You need a source of Hydro App, and then you need either another source of Pyro or a second source of Dendro. Generally, if you want to play Burgeon teams, I would recommend double Dendro with a Hydro that applies a lot of Hydro like Xingqiu. I think that as a general rule, Burgeon... one thing I will add as a caveat to that is you can also think of a Hydro that applies a lot, sacrificing some of your Burgeon damage for more buffs for the Kinich, so you can still do like Farina Baiju as a possible option, and it works as well. But as a general rule, I'm just not too big of a fan of Kinich teams that don't use Bennett. I think they tend to perform worse and not feel as good to play. A lot of Hydro like Xingqiu. I think that as a general rule, Burgeon teams are fine, but they are not the main teams you should be looking towards. Mainly, we just still don't have the best options when it comes to some release teams I have to focus on. So we're entering teams without Bennett. Like Burgeon, Emily Flex a little rough. I think at least Burgeon has the upside. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I haven't tested much Emily teams. I haven't tested Emily teams without Bennett very much because I just don't think there's much to say about them. It's just going to be worse. You can do it if you want, but yeah. Like a decent version, so don't tend to reach the same heights as the Emily Bennett teams, with the exception of burning load teams, which is teams that use burning and overload. I will also add that those teams, I was a little optimistic for these teams before Kinich came out, but after testing them, I was a little disappointed. They're not bad, but I could really feel the absence of Bennett in these teams for sure. On top of the fact that defensively they felt worse to play because you didn't have an actual healer. Effectively, which with that is that these teams will fine be the best. The thing that is sure to make both you and me are going to be a little underwhelming. And then finally, we have the thing that is sure to make both you and me angry and sad and frustrated and mad and yeah, which is Hyperbloom. Hyperbloom is good with Kinich. Hyperbloom is already a good 3-unit core, and I wish it wasn't. Okay, I really wish I could say with confidence Hyper Bloom is not a good Kinich team, but I can't. If I want to be honest, I can't. I can't say Hyper Bloom is a bad Kinich team. I can say that it's not a necessary Kinich team and that it's probably not the best Kinich team either, but I can't call it bad because it is still pretty good. It felt pretty good to play. You had less to worry about when it came to like staying in Bennett Circle or anything like that. I haven't really tried a Hyper Bloom core with Bennett. I assume that would work as well. I just can't be fucking bothered with it though. I don't wanna. I wanna pretend Hyper Bloom Kinich doesn't exist, okay? I wanna live in blissful ignorance. I want to ignore the existence of Hyper Bloom sometimes. And I will. I'd just rather not know it exists. It's a bit worse in AoE situations than the other teams. When it comes to single target, it's honestly relatively similar in performance. Obviously, Hyper Bloom is a team that doesn't scale as well with vertical investment as other teams. So if you have like C1 Kinich with signature, you're probably gonna actually notice a difference between the Bennett teams and the Hyper Bloom teams. But if you're looking at the like default investment that you'd expect out of an average player, the performance difference between the Bennett teams and the Hyper Bloom teams will be very minimal, unfortunately. But that's fine because we can just pretend that's not true and we can pretend Hyper Bloom Kinich doesn't exist, and that's what I'm going to do because because I want to, and you can't stop me. His interruption resistance yet. He does get pretty decent resistance to interruption during his spin, but it is not perfect. So getting additional sources of defensive utility is still useful. But that's true. I've noticed it mostly when I played Kinich on the first side of this abyss. I don't think it's been that noticeable on second side, which is the side he's better at because the first side has Pyro Elemental Shield that you pretty much need Farina or Singso for in his teams. Unless you want to cringe. I mean, that's pretty much it. And enemies with high Dender resistance on Chambers 2 and 3. So he's definitely better second side for this abyss. But if you have played him on the first side, you may have noticed that you get knocked out of your spin from a few attacks from the Terrorist Room, as well as, honestly, most of the Yumkasaur's attacks if you don't dodge them. Which is annoying. Getting knocked down during your spin makes you pretty much always lose one skill's worth of damage, which is annoying. But it is what it is. It's not necessary. But yeah, you can also play him in a Quick Bloom team. That also works. You can play him in Quicken teams, but I haven't included them because I think they're overall just worse than the other care. I'd say that as a general rule, Bennett Emily is going to be Pog. Bennett Farina is going to be Pog. Bennett Flex is going to be Pog. Virgin is going to be Dog. Okay. Emily Flex is going to be okay. Hyper Bloom Flex is going to be Pog. And Burning Load is going to be good. And if I were to rank them from one to the other, be okay. Hyper Bloom Flex is going to be Pog, and Burning Load is going to be good. If I were to rank them between each other, I would say that Bennett Farina is the team that I have experienced the most success with. Right below it would be the Bennett Emily teams, and then right below that would be Hyper Bloom and maybe the Bennett Flex teams, and then the rest would be below. With a decent gap in between. Like Pog, good, okay. That pretty much does it for this. I want to conclude by quickly covering what I think his overall power level. No lol. Thank you for your constructive feedback.
is going to be. He is, I think, a pretty ordinary character. He is not insane, and he's not horrible. I think when everything goes right in single target, he's definitely a pretty strong carry. But his inability to deal well with AoE scenarios make it so that he's not that great overall. I definitely wouldn't pick him over a character like Navia, even though when it comes to just single target output, he's definitely competitive, if not just better than her. He doesn't have the same front load ability, nor does he necessarily perform as well in AoE. Personally, I think I'd say I probably slightly underestimated his performance in AoE, but it's really hard to get a good idea for it because this Abyss has enemies that group themselves up incredibly easily. The Nobushi and the Kairagis are enemies that move towards you very consistently. The Nobushi has one backstep attack that makes it move backwards a little bit, and the Kairagi has some attacks that make it move a bit, so they don't necessarily stay grouped up the whole time, but they don't move too much, and they do consistently have movement patterns that make them converge towards you and each other. And then the Pyro Slinger always backsteps, and the Cryo Gunner always goes towards you, so it's also relatively easy to keep these two grouped. And then the Shrooms are so squishy that you deal with the wave and you're pretty much done. And everything else in this Abyss is single target. So getting a good evaluation of his AoE performance is very difficult this Abyss. So far, I would still say that he's probably a little bit better in AoE than I expected him to be, but still not great. He'll do fine against enemies that group themselves up really easily, but against enemies that don't, his AoE is pretty small, so it is going to be noticeable. And like compared to Navia, which I think is a good comparison because I think he functions very similarly to Navia in a lot of teams, right? You play him with Bennett, and then a flex slot with like Shangling, Farina. The difference with Navia is that instead of a Geo slot, you want to use like Emily or something. But that's the way you build their teams is very, very similar. And they're also two skill-based carry with a burst that's just there for I don't know, not much of a reason. It's more important to use Navia's burst than Kenich's burst, but the burst itself obviously doesn't do that much damage. Anyways, the point I'm getting at is their teams are built relatively similarly, and between the two of them, I probably would still lean towards Navia over Kinich, but if you like Kinich, I don't think it's going to be a problem to go for him over her. He looks really fun to play. I think having interactive things to do during your rotations, like the circle minigame, is going to be just fun to do. So I'm looking forward to him quite a bit. But in terms of power, I think he's the sort of character that if you like him and you can put him in his good teams, he is going to be strong. But if you don't like him, you're not going to regret skipping him. Which is another thing to keep in mind if you look at like Abyss footage from this Abyss. This blessing, and even the blessing from the previous Abyss rotation, which I think was still in effect on the day he came out or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, this blessing is insane. 80% damage percent on Kenich's skill is a lot. A very, very, very large amount. So his numbers are going to be pretty inflated if you look at Abyss footage. Like, this is an incredibly significant Abyss buff. So just keep that in mind when it comes to evaluating his performance based on footage you've seen of this Abyss. Is generally what I consider to be optimal balance. I don't want the character to feel like you have to get them, but I don't want to feel like about playing a character either. So I'm pretty happy with his balance. Looking forward to see how he actually turns out. Obviously, as usual, stay tuned for the first impressions and post-release analysis if you want actual confirmation of my thoughts, because everything is done with... But yeah, I'd say that outside of information on like the five nuke skill, and my overall evaluation of Farina teams being more favorable than I expected. Outside of those two things, pretty much everything else is relatively accurate when it comes to the pre-release. So, with those two corrections in mind, the rest is fine. Before we move on to, or before we close things out though, I did not do an Emily post-release analysis because I didn't have that much to say. So I want to very quickly mention Emily, not just in Kinich teams, but also in her other teams, because I did say I was going to include that in this video. Emily is a character that, like I expected, is good in Kinich teams. She overall has had pretty good performance in the teams where she's used, but she's not used in too many teams still. However, both of the characters released in 5.0 have good immediate teams. Kinich has good immediate teams, and Molani. Kachina is not a real character, so we don't have to count her. So both of the characters released in 5.0, Kinich and Molani, have Emily as one of the support options that's very good for their teams, right? So the Emily is a good just off-field damage option when it comes to Kinich teams, but also with Molani, who has, I guess, the issue. I don't know if I really want to call it an issue, but the downside of not really being able to fit, or not benefiting from a lot of the existing options that are usually played in vape teams, like Bennett, for example. Bennett doesn't buff her damage, so you have a bit more flexibility when it comes to the team options, but you don't have a Bennett equivalent for HP scalers, and so obviously if there was, you 100% use them in a Molani team, but there isn't, and so you're instead going to lean more towards characters that do off-field damage themselves, which makes Emily, since she doesn't remove the Pyro Aura on enemies, burning strengthens the Pyro Aura rather than consuming it. So Dendro and Pyro characters are generally the nicest options to have. You can also potentially use Geo and Animo characters, but the ones that are going to mess with the aura the least are going to be Dendro and Pyro characters. And so when you look at Dendro and Pyro characters that have good off-field damage, Emily stands out as one of the solid options. And then on top of that, Dendro Resonance is useful for Molani. So there's a decent amount of teams that use Emily, whether she's solo Dendro or whether you're using her with Nahida as in a double Dendro team. Looking towards the future, I assume that it's very possible we'll get more characters that can potentially synergize with Emily. But even now, I'd say that Emily is in a much better spot now than she was on the day she was released. I still think that she has other viable teams outside of Kinich. I think that just a default, putting her here instead of Kinich with a Bennett channeling Farida core is completely fine. But she definitely has a lot more viable teams now, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'm not gonna do a full pre-release on her, but overall, she's definitely a character that has gained a lot from 5.0, which is part of why I didn't really want to do the pre-release, right? Or the post-release. Part of it was that I didn't have that much to say because, I mean, she's not a character that does that much. Like, she's pretty straightforward. But the other part was also that I expected changes in 5.0. So, anyways, that pretty much does it for the Kinich Post-Release and this little bit of yap about Emily. As usual, I hope you enjoyed. If you have anything to say, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the good old YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Okay. And just like that, I think that's gonna be it for the day. Yeah, let me tell the editors. Recorded, Kinich, post-release. When I get it out ASAP, since banner is expiring soon. Okay, business. All right. I guess we can finish with the Loldal, and then that's gonna be it for the day. So we can a melee male champion. We have no other information with mana. I guess let's try Darius. Top and something else. For now, let's assume top jungle. It's not human at all. Not human whatsoever. Cho'Gath? Oh, no. Cho'Gath is only top, apparently. Released probably in 2010. I think Gangplank has only played top. Gragas? Gragas has played support. But it's not human, so no, it's not Gragas. Hecarim? Is Hecarim played top enough to count as a top laner? Probably not. Jax? Jax might be played jungle enough. He is, but it wasn't it. Malphite? Maybe? No. Malphite's not played as a jungler enough. Maokai? Is Maokai even played top anymore? Maybe? No, he's not. Okay. 2011. Nocturne? Is Nocturne played top enough to count as a top laner? I don't know. You can guess. No. He's not. Dude, what species is it? Species. I don't know. Rammus? Is Rammus played top enough for that? Maybe. I guess it couldn't have been Shurima. Whatever. Sedge? No. Singed? No. Lion? No. Skarner? It could be Skarner. Yeah! It's Skarner. Okay, that was hard. I don't like when Prey talks back. So it has to be this. I don't think I've ever heard this from Rengar. So it sounds like something Rengar would say, but I don't think I've ever heard this from Rengar. And Rengar's like the champ I've played the most. Also, it actually sounds like it sounds too sassy for Rengar actually. Elise is probably a good guess. Kha'Zix? No, there's no shot Kha'Zix would say this. Right? Yeah, okay. Nidalee? Nidalee's a good guess. Yeah, Nidalee's a good guess for sure. Briar? No. Briar doesn't have prey, really. Like, I don't think she views it as prey. Like, would you refer to the fucking Ritz crackers in your pantry as prey? Not really, right? Like, they're just food. They're not even prey. You don't even have to hunt them, you know? Anyways. Is that Echo? That kind of looks like Echo. Yeah. Surf. Wait, it doesn't show the last emote. What the fuck? It's fucked up. Dude, what the fuck is this? Is that Hui? That kind of looks like a paintbrush. No. Is it a Heartsteel skin? It might just be a Heartsteel skin. Fuck, it might just be a Heartsteel skin. See my emote. Okay. Sure. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's just Sona. No. Okay, I think it's a Heartsteel skin. Is it though? Who would have something that kind of looks like a paintbrush in Heartsteel? Or yeah, maybe it's the other one. Whatever it's what's it called? True Damage. Pike? But there's no Heartsteel Pike, is there? I guess it could have been Empyrean. Sure. Oh, it is Yasuo. Wait, it's not Heart. It's True Damage. Okay. Wait, it's not? It's okay. I didn't even realize there was a Prestige True Damage skin. I didn't even realize that existed. That doesn't count. That does not count. There is no shot that counts. Can we get a Wordle? We already did the Wordle, but we can do Le Mot. What in the fuck? What in the fuck could this be? What the fuck is this word? What? Wait, what? Dude, what? Okay, it's Ipe. Alright, I guess. I guess, dude.
Why did I guess Sepia before épée? What does that mean? Épée means thick. Load in trailer. We'll do that tomorrow, I think. Yeah, and sepia it's a sweet plant that's often used as a sugar substitute. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed your stay today. Hope you had a nice time, pleasant experience. I don't really want to rate anyone today. You know what we were gonna do tomorrow? But there's a chance we might catch up to Star Rail Story tomorrow. I kind of feel like it. Actually, no, we have a Majorum Theater to do, so probably not tomorrow. But that's something we might do at some point. So you can potentially look forward to that. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.